All right, here we go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing today? It's good to be back streaming. It's been a few days now. All right, let's get the Switch controller here synced up so we can actually, yeah, there we go. Now we can start looking for encounters. How's everybody doing today? Hope everyone here had a fantastic weekend. I know I did. It was a very good weekend. It was a long holiday weekend, which was very nice, very much so appreciated. And yeah, I ended up taking yesterday off just because a holiday weekend. Was doing some stuff for most of the day, so I was a little bit tired and just wanted to kind of relax yesterday afternoon. All right, let's get this Terrakion. Let's get this Growlithe. Let's see what we can do. Yo, Shy, what's going on? You're new. Shining Absol. Different from Shining Mudkip. Very different people. How's it going, man? How you doing? How you doing? Congrats on all your shinies. Congrats on your shiny charm, dude. It's super cool you're able to get it. That's awesome, man. Oh, that's a big feat. That's a big feat to have pulled that off, man. So seriously, congrats on that Gen 6 shiny charm. That's crazy. It's already been put to good use. Got a Zigzagoon named Fluff from Hordes today at school, or not today, or that's today from Hordes at school. Okay, all the words were there. I just rearranged them. Congrats, dude. That's awesome. That's awesome. Alright, let's see if I can get myself a shiny today. I didn't get any this weekend. We haven't gotten any since we got Cresselia and Gavalion back to back. Which again, it's a pretty intense you know, back-to-back hunt or back-to-back encounters, so can't be expecting too much fantastic luck immediately after that. For you were gonna fail, you had to wait 30 minutes since the shine right before class, so you had to put away your DS. Oh no! Oh man, I can imagine that was like the most stressful class period. Just sitting there hoping that nothing happened to make the DS like turn off and back on. Or like to have the cartridge disconnect or anything. Should Dex have Ralts or do Hordes? Do Ralts. Do Ralts. Ralts was a fun one. I've done a Ralt successfully even without Charm. I say go for that. I want to do some more Gen 6 hunts at some point. I am just working on that Dex. Very slowly. But it is happening. Slowly but surely, I'm making progress through that Dex. Because it is just a chunk. And hey, how's it going, Cinder? Welcome to the stream. Hope you had a good weekend. How you doing today? But yeah, that Gen 6 Dex is a chunk to get that charm. Obviously you're aware of that, Shy. Obviously you're aware of that one. Yeah, it's one of those that like I sit down and I work on it when I have nothing else like on my mind, which can end up being a challenge. You know, I don't know if anyone else is like, I have stuff that I can do in like my free time, and then like you get to a point where it's just like I have nothing to do, and none of those things come back to mind, and that's just one of the ones that it's happened for me with. Is like me being like, oh, I can do this or that, like when I realize I have some free time, and then I sit there in my free time like, I have nothing to do. and then I'm like, oh, I wish I had something to do, and totally forget that I like had things planned for literally that exact situation. If you do Ralts, you're going to catch a lot just to sync for Modest and Adamant as you want to make a competitive shiny team. Do it, dude. I worked but on a much less busy position today, so less interruptions while watching stream. Noise. Noise. They lied about Hordes? What do you mean they lied about them? It's only with Charm you get a shinies in like 2 hours. You took 2 times as long for your full odds Trevenant Horde hunt. Nah, you just got super. I mean, you got so lucky with those Dexnav ones, dude. It's just the RNG coming back at you after that. That's just how it be. They were like 20 away from odds. Oh, is odds really around like 200 on those? I didn't know that. I thought even with charm, those were still fairly high. But I guess maybe I was doing it incorrectly or something. 1 and 200 with charm. Okay, that's not bad. That's really good. Is that like with a maxed out like DexNav catch rate already, or is that just like kind of how the odds build over time? That like that's where like the chances of you catching it and like and everything like intersects is at like 200 encounters. RNG is dumb sometimes. Stares at triple odds as Lugia hunt that you need to continue. Stares at my like 8 times odds Regice hunt. It was almost 2 times non-charm odds when I had charm. Yeah, that was, which I guess kind of makes it more so like 6 times odds, but still. Or no, it was over. It was over. Yeah, it was 8 times odds basically. That was insane. Yeah, so I have definitely been on the receiving end of some pretty crummy luck, some pretty crummy they lied about the odds feelings. Every encounter is 1 in 200. Changes makes it more likely to find the Pokemon again. Better stats, better chances at hidden ability. Gotcha. I thought the odds went up like with the number of, with the number of times you'd encountered the Pokemon. Like if you look at the DexNav, ignoring like the chain continuing on, like the number of times you've encountered that Pokemon like is shown on the screen. Is that the chain you're talking about? As much as I love the concept of DexNav and as much as I love ORAS, I know so little about DexNav. It's not that? Okay. And yeah, what's going on, ST? Welcome to the stream, man. How are you doing today? That's just a bunch of BS. Ah, I see. Probably one of those things that like it clearly looks like that would be the case. Like it makes sense that that's how this works, right? Yeah, so what are non-charm odds on DexNav? Because even that seems like it would be pretty good. Reminds you just learned that some companies produce a device that lets you play Game Boy games on your PC from an actual cart. Is it? I know Vanillix posted something a while ago that seemed like it was a way to just like store like the save data off your cart. But yeah, that's a really cool device. That the concept of that is really cool. 1 in 512. Okay, that's not bad. That's actually that's really good for non-charm odds on something. Are you heading out already? Alright, see you later, ST. Thanks for tuning into the stream, even for a little bit there, man. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Oh man, it's weird. We're over halfway to odds on Terrakion already. I feel like I'm so used to like Regigigas and Cresselia having taken so long that like the concept of us being like 2 hunts into Terrakion and already being over halfway just doesn't seem right, despite it being pretty right. Complete with a save backup, soft reset function, and someone managed to control 4 games at once with 1 controller using 4 of those devices. That's awesome. That's really cool. That's actually really nice. I hope we see more of those devices kind of pop up. If we could see some of those happen, like, it's not necessary at this moment, but if we could see some of those like pop up when it comes to for one, DS games, like that's just the next step. If like if GBA is already playable up through GBA, if we could get it if we could get that for DS carts, and obviously after that 3DS carts, that'd be fantastic. Just because like we want the systems. I still want to play the games, even if like they don't make the systems anymore. If you got your hands on a crystal cart in one of those, I've got the crystal cart. I just would need that device. I was trying to kind of look into that because it might be the device that Vanillix posted one about like a month ago, I think, on Discord. And it seems like that's kind of what it was. It was basically just, yeah, like a cartridge slot on top of like a little PCB and that plugged into your computer. And that would be really cool. I at least want to see like how that functions and like see if there's a way to use that in like a future version of like my shiny hunting bot stuff. Because yeah, one of the things I was trying to think with that was like in the future well beyond the stages of the one that I'm working on now, which is just more versatile. But take it beyond that, where you can basically say like, hey, here are these cartridges. Go hunt as much stuff as you can, like without me having to tell it, like, go hunt X or Y, you know? Would you rather have 5 1 in 1365 encounters at once, or one 1 in 200 odds counter, like, at once? Depends on the amount of time between encounters. I assume you're going off of Horde versus DexNav. I would say... I think DexNav's going to be faster. DexNav's going to be faster per encounter. I don't know. I feel like Horde hunting requires just that little extra bit of menuing that can get really obnoxious, and your odds would need to be 1 in 1,000 for like each encounter, for you not to have to do more encounters of Horde hunting for every DexNav you do. I think if you get extreme, I think like in extreme unlucky situations where you just can't get the DexNav to click, Horde hunting might be a bit faster in terms of the odds there, but I don't think it's really gonna catch up over the long haul. You're gonna have some really lucky, like, immediate back-to-back Horde hunts or DexNavs, and you know it's just gonna take a while on the Hordes, and it's just gonna average out, I think, to being faster. Need fast money grinding. Your broke only got 156 Poke Coins. Dang. Not gonna go full DexNav for Raw. It's gonna go until you get a sync mod for Natures and then leave. That's fair. That's fair. You can always go back and do the rest of that later. But yeah, if you want the synchronizing for everything else. The only downside, which is the actually only a downside for people who aren't in the EU, is that the company is based in Romania, which means shipping is going to be expensive and take a long time. Yeah. Specialty hardware like that, you got to put up with that though, right? They can't exactly set up in like Japan or the US, because Nintendo would be like, yo, you can't do that. Yeah. I haven't had to deal with it directly, but I've heard the stories of shipping from yeah, Eastern Europe, very like Western Asia. Like my sister has now ordered multiple different parts for her car from Kazakhstan, and that takes a long time, and that's not that much further away than Romania. So yeah, I can bet like it would take a bit of time to get it, but at the same time, like, that's a pretty cool concept and a pretty cool little device. Basically, one Horde versus one DexNav, which you'd rather do. I would rather do DexNav. Personally, it's better odds. Hordes are they're faster. I guess you get into a rhythm. I was struggling to get my Horde hunts to run really well. When I was using Sweet Scent, like, it was just taking so long to go through all the motions on that per encounter. Hey, Splash, what's going on? Alolan Ninetales was in Shang-Chi. It was? How so? Want to sync for Modest Ralts, as you want to get a Mega Gardevoir in competitive? Yeah, go for it, dude. Love how the bottom screen tells you the ability, lets you know if it has sync or not. Yeah, no, it is really great. That's fantastic. Watch the movie. I need to. Yeah, I still don't know how much I'm down to just like go to movie theaters right now. I think I've talked about this before. I'm not like a super big movie person. I'll like put movies on as like background noise and like follow along with them, but mostly have them as background noise. That's how I watch like half the Marvel movies. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'll go to theaters and see it, but I'll see it at some point. Once it's like free on Disney. You want to be a lawyer? Do it. Do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. You can slip and scare them on me. You gotta wait more. That is fair. That is fair. The amount of time it takes to like find them on, walk over to it, and like sneak up to it. That's a fair point. I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking about the amount of time that like the screen was in menus that weren't directly involved with the hunt. That was doing from Europe before when you get your cap cards in the UK, but Romania is a bit further. It's a bit further, and you know, who knows what like extra like custom stuff might happen with the difference between like the UK and Romania, just as far as like US customs goes. Yo, Katie Lawrence, what is going on? Welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you've been having a good week so far. How are you doing today? Yeah, I mean that stuff will get here, Cinder. It'll get there eventually, but yeah, it's definitely something that like you got to be ready to be waiting a month or two. Not gonna be any kind of prime 2-day shipping on that. You're good. That's great to hear. I was trying to keep a really close eye on the Let's Go screen today. I don't think we missed anything on Friday, but I don't want to. I want to make sure that it doesn't happen today if you know at all possible. Because yeah, I don't think we missed anything, but you never know. If all of us were focused on the Terrakion hunt or on chat for a little bit, it could have been really easy to miss. It is still just very different looking at this like smaller screen. Want to be a little? Yeah, you've said that. You said that a lot, Splash. I'm aware. You've said this. Almost failed the Zigzagoon 2. Oh no! I'm glad you're able to catch it though. Glad it wasn't a like complete fail. Just an almost fail. Alright, I'm making a poll. We haven't made a poll in a bit. Boom, there we go. Almost made your level 76 absolutely use Razor Wind, the move that hits all 5 mobs with a 100% chance to one-hit KO. Oof. Yeah, that would've sucked. Not gonna care about the case, just want the money. Well, unfortunately for you, Splash, that's probably gonna mean you don't get a lot of money from it. Unfortunately, lawyers mostly get their money when they put a lot of effort into the case. Don't know if you're in a hurry to get one anyways. I think by the time you get your hands on a crystal cart to use it, maybe maybe your Lugia hunt would be over, though there's always Celebi or other fun hunts. True. I mean, can you do Celebi on a normal crystal cart? I thought the Celebi event was like an event Pokemon originally, and then like they added in that event on the virtual console. Or am I wrong on that? Is Celebi just like a doable thing? I hit that button one too many times and almost didn't notice it. Yeah, that is a bit dark. Anything's possible with the power of save manipulation. Good point. Very good point, Cinder. Very good point. Yeah, it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean I don't have these Pokemon? Just give me a few minutes and some items and stuff. It's like, give me a few minutes, some item manipulation, and turning the game off when it says not to turn it off. Import your current crystal save into the cart. Boom, Celebi event. Fair, fair. I still need to get to the Celebi on my crystal save. I reset my save for an idea I had, and then I didn't do anything with it for 2 months, and now we're here. Which feels like it feels like that's a reoccurring situation for me. It's like I get an idea, I start it, then I get another idea, and I start it, and then I forget about the first idea for like 3 months. And then when I think about it again, I restart it because it's been 3 months. Also, I see people in the poll are saying we'll find Terrakion first. I guess we shall see. Yeah, what's it to see here? I also am kind of inclined to agree with that vote from the poll. Terrakion's odds are worse, but we're just getting so many more encounters. Like, we'll get a wave of Growliths, but then they're just running around for a bit, and they're all the same Growlithe, and I don't want it to... I'm not going to be, like, constantly walking into them, because that would slow it down even more, honestly. And also, we're probably going to get a shiny Chansey. Let's be real, we'll get a Chansey, and then I'll be the sucker who rebuilds my whole chain, because I tried to catch the Chansey for no real reason other than I feel compelled to. I am also very nervous I'm going to miss a Growlithe just because out of the corner of my eye while I'm looking at the Terrakion hunt, the Growlithe is going to show up and it's going to be sparkling and I'm going to think it's just like a huge Growlithe out of the corner of my eyes and it's going to disappear on me. Yo, Goldie, what's going on? You'll find both first. Well, the poll's now 50-50, so I guess that's how it's going to be. We're going to find them both at the same time. Oh, that'd be really awkward because hopefully I noticed the Growlithe at that point because I'd for sure notice the Terrakion. Look at the votes. Yeah, it's 50-50 now. Can't decide after Ralts to Dexnav, Darmanitan, Horde Hunt, Marill, and Oddish. Start your soft reset hunt for Lilleep and hope Charm affects it, or D, it's Shanefish, Corphish. All of those all at once, obviously. Definitely do all of them, dude. I'm excited for you. There's so many possibilities for hunts to do in Gen 6, man. That's fantastic. The other option is to get the Charm on some other Gen 6 games. I know that one might be a bit more difficult, but and not as shiny full, but being able to hunt everything would be great. That's why I'm working for my living decks on XY and ORAS, just because like that makes it a lot easier to just move everything to bank, pull everything down from bank. Hey, I got the Charm. Move it back up to bank. Move it back down from bank into the next game, and then go get the Charm, and then I have all 4 games with the shiny Charm, and smooth sailing from there. The biggest thing then, I think I've mentioned this, is just like the legendaries. Being able to hunt the legendaries in ORAS. I've already collected most of them in Alpha Sapphire, so I'm probably gonna have to reset my Alpha Sapphire save. That's just an accepted truth at this point, because I want to hunt those version exclusives. Even then, even though I've nearly done every legendary that you could hunt in Gen 6, which is crazy to think. We've got the rest of Gen 5 here, and then like really as far as like me having a shiny living national dex, I have all those legends and they don't matter for the Charm, which is a weird thought. But yeah, basically like since there are those Pokemon that you can only get once per save and they can be shiny or they can be normal, it's like I want both. I want living dexes of both. I feel like I'm gonna end up resetting the save to do those hunts. Oh, I forgot I added this song to the playlist. Heck yeah. Yeah, so that's like a whole thought that's been running through my head, and I really just need to like, as like, I don't know if this is lame or nerdy or what, but I need to just like sit down with a whiteboard or just like some kind of chart and map it out. And I need to do this. I should do this. I should go ahead and like do this with ORAS and Gen 6 as a whole. Figure out what I have, what I need to get from what games, and just like consolidate it all into like some form of list. So I can like prep for doing that with BDSP once those come out, or once we get the data leaks from that, because as much as I kind of want to go into the game completely fresh, since my goal is to get the shiny Charm as fast as possible, I want to know what Pokemon are in what game, especially like as far as Pokemon that weren't in Diamond and Pearl originally, so we don't know where they fall in the version exclusive line. So I can like really just map that out and be like, alright, I'm going for this, this is shiny lock, so I don't have to worry about resetting my save, stuff like that. Gonna play a Roblox game while listening to 1 hour of silence occasionally broken up by Metal Gear alert sound, or 1 hour of silence occasionally broken up by Law & Order Bing Bong sound. Definitely the Bing Bong sound. Never again will you lose another Pokemon. Rip Marina the Lux Raid 2015 to 2016. Just in case this card stopped working, you'll have the saves ready. Yeah. Turns out you can directly take Pokemon from one save, add it to another, and a later gen. all in PK Hex. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice. Yeah, definitely want to make sure you can keep all your Pokemon around. Phone told you to put your phone down and you said no. It's like, you're not the boss here. Amazed by what kind of manipulations are possible nowadays. Yeah. Technology is crazy. Granted, I mean, like, part of it is just how dumb and trusting, like, Game Boy cartridges are. Just inherently, it's like, why would you need to care about the system being malicious, right? Like, it's all offline and everything. Like, it's intended to just be plugged in, and, like, that's why Game Sharks worked, was just the fact that there was, like, no care if there was manipulation happening. Yo, John the Pikachu, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Hope you had a good weekend. How you doing today? Time to play Roblox? Yeah, go for it. Hope you have fun. Y'all, I don't know if anyone here are the people who mentioned Splitgate to me. I know Vanillix mentioned it. I think Wake might have been one of the ones mentioning it. But y'all, I started playing Splitgate this weekend, and that is a fun game. I've enjoyed that so much. I'm like actually starting to get the hang of it, because when everyone was like, oh, it's Halo with portals, I was like, okay, so it's like inspired by both, but no, just straight up, it is. If you don't use portals, it plays just like Halo, and the portals pretty much play just like portals. So it's like, okay, yeah, that is the most accurate description that you can give it, and it very much so lives up to that and plays like that. It's been really fun to play that. Major peace of mind there. Once you almost cried because you thought your Ultra Sun cart with your Raikou, Rayquaza, etc. Oh man, yeah, that would suck to lose that. Backup save after each shiny and gym free badge quest, etc. Upload it to your Magic Pokemon backup folder. If you lose the Ultra Sun copy, no big deal. Just grab another one, load the data, easy fix. Yeah, like being able to do that's like would be really nice. HP's mine there. Absolutely. Yeah. Horde Hunt Poochyena. But the one place you know you can hunt it is like a 5% chance of the Horde to happen. The other 95% is Zigzagoon. Yeah, that'd be a little bit hard. A little bit long. If a Gligar can breed with a Gligar and one is American, the other is German, will it affect the odds? Yes. Yes. Just so long as they have different language tags on them, it will indeed work. Masuda method isn't like specifically Japanese Pokemon with other Pokemon or anything like that. You could have two Pokemon that are different from... You could have two Pokemon that have different trainer ID or like different regions even from the trainer doing it. As long it's just all it matters is that the Pokemon themselves are different regions from each other. Or like different like actual like IRL regions different from each other. Could have another one, sure, but it wouldn't be the same one that you saw on your file in 2017. Oh yeah, I totally get that. As long as they're different nationalities. Yep. Yeah, so there's no like limitation of like, oh, one of them has to be your region or like one has to be a specific region. It's just as long as he said like, yeah, different nationalities for the Pokemon, which just means different languages on the save file at the end of the day. Gonna lose it one day if that one more person tells you Masuda himself put in that method. Hey Shy, did you know? Do you know this fun fact about Masuda method? Hey, what's going on, Grenji? How you doing, man? It has been a bit. Hope all is well with you, man. Good to see ya. Yeah, I think we may get to 1,000 encounters on Terrakion today, guys. That'd be pretty crazy. Would be awesome, too. Flying through this hunt. It feels good to be doing some soft reset hunts again. I feel like we had taken such a long break from Cresselia. Fun fact, I got one, you can kiss my butt, 14,000 for Rowlet. Ooh. Dude. See, just get the shiny charm there then. Just hunt Rowlet in, Oras now that you got that charm, man. Simple solution. Another devastating loss would be reversing, of course, but even Gen 5, all backed up. Nice! One second. Yeah, I was reading chat, got a little lost, and had to double check, make sure I didn't see any Growlithes. Doing good, just getting into senior year. Nice, dude. It's weird to say, here the summer of 7th to 8th grade when I first got to the streams, dude. It's crazy how time flies, man. It's crazy. And so do that. You're gonna hunt Zygarde. Go for it. Do it. Best of luck, man. Don't believe the haters when they tell you you can't. You can do whatever you set your mind to. No, it's crazy though, Genji. I agree, man. I agree on that part. Because, like, yeah, I was, like, to just finish my sophomore year of college, and now, like, now it's been, like, longer that I've been out of college than, like, college start to that point when I started streaming. That one's weird. That one's a weird thought. A Gligar can breed with a Gligar, right? Yes, just so long as it's one male and one female. I don't think there are any Pokemon that, like, outside of maybe Ditto. I don't know the rules on Ditto, but I don't think there are any Pokemon that, outside of maybe Ditto, that can breed in general, but can't breed with, like, their own species. The only way I could think that there is, like, if there's a Pokemon that's not listed as ungendered, but it's like 100% one gender, and then, like, somehow I was able to, like I said, like, it's still, like, breedable and can breed with a Ditto. That's the only situation I can see. Became 100%, good thing you got the God Path. Nice! Alright, watching out for the yellow doggo. Or golden doggo. Tauros can't breed with Tauros. Yeah. Yeah, so you have those situations, but, like, in that case, you're kind of looking at, like, Tauros Miltank as, like, a pair. The same way that, like, you could say that, like, Nidoran male being a different species from Nidoran female, despite, like, the situation. But, yeah. Yeah, so the only reason that you can't is if, like, a species is fully one gender. Aside from that, I don't think there's ever a limitation on, like, the same species being used together. You can check, like, yeah, so, like, if you really want to double check Splash, what you can do is you can put the two Pokemon you're trying to breed in the nursery or the daycare or wherever, and just go talk to the person who would give you an egg, see what message they give you, because depending on that message, there's always, like, one form of that message means, yo, these two will never make an egg. Like, if you actually want an egg, you should change something. Like, that's the only time that anything, like, that's the surefire way to tell. Like, that message will only show up in a situation where it's literally impossible for anything else to happen. Malik, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Fun fact, the reason Nidoran male and female have the gender marking in their names, also in the menu in Gen 8, is because genders didn't exist in Gen 8. You mean Gen 1, but yeah. Yeah, like, that was before, like, breeding or anything was a thing. They'd, like... And then when they added that in Gen 2, they just kind of looked at the mons and went... Like, do we change it from the original 151 so that now there's, like, 150... There's one... Odyssey, 6012? What is going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? And Rose Girl, how's it going? Another Vulpix and Sandshrew shines. I hope you don't have a hunt go over full or current odds. That's totally fair. That's totally fair. You've definitely dealt with your over odds hunts for now. I think after 28,000 and 9,000 eggs for Vulpix and Sandshrew, you feel you deserve a decent hunt. Absolutely, absolutely, Rose Girl. You deserve like several first encounter shinies at this point. Gen 1, you're tired. I totally get it. I've been that tired as well. I have definitely goofed on stream with words before. Believe you've been here before in a raid about a week ago, but you're not sure. That makes sense. That makes sense. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Beat the Zygarde shiny? I'm gonna say heck yes. Because realistically, like, it's just 100% guaranteed to be a shiny. They never expected anyone to actually beat Zygarde. It's just ridiculously difficult for a Dynamaxer. Okay, guys, I saw the feat of a shiny Growlithe, so I had to compose myself for a second because we gotta go over there quickly. Oh, I hope it's not gone. I hope it's not gonna be gone. Guys, shiny Growlithe. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Okay, Growlithe, yes! Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and, it's a yellow, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a raspberry at it. That was bad. That was a mistake on my part. I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited. That's about to run. This is our only shot here. We got it. Yes! Yes! Oh man, see, that's more nerve-wracking than a difficult to catch shiny legendary, guys. That's awesome. Yes, shiny hype, guys. Shiny hype. Alright, and we can go for a second because we need another one for Arcanine, so we're gonna keep this going. Oh man. Shiny hype, guys. Alright, let's save real quick. I'm gonna go mark them on as well. I'm gonna mark the Growlithe here real quick. And the Pokemon Monks. Yeah, oh, shiny hype, guys. That's awesome. That is awesome. Change markings. Let's go ahead and favorite it so it'll sort with the rest of the shinies. Save again, and then we're gonna go back to the same spot we were in before. Oh man, guys, yeah, the stress of a Let's Go shiny can be so much higher than the stress of even like an Ultra Wormhole Legend. It's crazy. It's crazy how it'll do that to you. Like we were struggling with Cobalion last week, and Cresselia, and Growlithe. Just a random little like Route 5, Route 6 Growlithe. So much more stressful. Alright, so there we go. Now let's switch the layout back. There we go. There we go. Growlithe fail. Don't say fail. How dare you? Was it also a shiny Zygarde? Yo, Shy, congrats, dude. That's awesome. Did Chalky Milk Addiction give you shiny luck? It must have. It must have, Odyssey. You'd missed that. See, that's what I've been nervous about this whole time. Is like, it just feels like you're almost guaranteed to miss it, right? Like, when it shows up and you just see the little feet off screen and like that's all you gotta go off of, I can totally see missing that. Nature Guess Timid? Oh, we didn't check the Nature. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Brave's your Nature Guess Quiet. Let's see. Congrats, thank you, Odyssey, I appreciate it. Yeah, we just straight up didn't even look at the summary. You're lying, by the way, no guard. Rip. Serious Nature. Very serious little doggo here. That weighs 50 pounds. And don't like what's going on, man. You got here just in time. Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, guys. Also, Also, chat, I am very aware, chat, that I saw you guys change those poll results. I saw you guys change those poll results while the shiny was on screen. I saw it was 55% Terrakion. Absolutely. You're right. Neutral stacking is better than bad stats. Alright. Boom. Super unique new poll idea, guys. Yo, Beanie, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Actually voted Growlithe before the stream loaded on your end. That's fair, though. That's fair. That Psyduck ran on, and I honestly, I thought it was a shiny immediately. Also, thank you to everyone who's given a like to the stream so far. I really, really appreciate it. Still in your Bulbasaur hunting Leaf Green? Well, Aussie, I hope you find that soon. Bulbasaur's a great hunt. Bulbasaur's a great shiny. Hunting Yamper right now. Best of luck. Best of luck on Yamper. Just want the golden pupper. Well, maybe we'll get a second one. If we get a second one, I'm going to be very scared during the second one. That first one already was a struggle to catch. The fact that we threw one Pokeball, we buried through a Pokeball. I very much so messed up the throw on the Pokeball. That one's my fault. But yeah, buried through a Pokeball, failed. And when I was throwing or applying the second berry, it was already doing its "Hey, I'm about to run" animation. That is very stress-inducing. That corgi shall be pink. Indeed. Indeed. You hunt for the dog that becomes more red, and I hunt for the dog that becomes less red. Might go for some Petalburg Woods 5% Shroomish Horde. As of right now, don't know. You watch it, you try it until you see a cool hunt. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, definitely find some fun things to do, exciting hunts to do now that you have your charm. 13 years old and hunting on a real GBA. No wonder people mistake you for a college student when you're in a supermarket. You're using a console older than you, so yeah. Yeah, Gen 3 games are old enough to be in college. You wasted 200 encounters already? No, they're not wasted. They're not wasted. They're all just steps on the journey to finding that shiny. You want to go for a Zubat and SRing after getting a Magnet Pull shiny Magnezone, so it's 50-50 what you get first. Oh, between Zubat and SRing? I think either would be cool shinies to have. I think I have Zubats, I think I have the Zubat line in Sun and Moon. You're on the wrong side of the save file. On the wrong save file. Oh no, oh no. Okay, that actually kind of is a way. Oh no, that stinks. I'm sorry. I was like, nah, it's not a waste. You're just making progress. Oh, you actually weren't making progress. Never mind. Alright, well, at least now you know. Only reason using the GBA is because it's more satisfying to get your shiny on a hard copy instead of emulator. I 100% agree. 100%. That's why all of my hunts that I do on physical cartridges. Yeah, like the first hunt I ever did on the channel was a shiny Terrakion hunt in Emerald, and yeah, I did it on this cartridge. Yeah, because I had so many people ask me like, why aren't you using fast forward? And it's like, because I don't have that. That's not a thing. And people have been asking that on the Jirachi hunts too. Like, why don't you just fast forward? And it's like, what? Why would I hunt an emulator? I don't feel any satisfaction with hunting on an emulator. It's just because like emulator saves feel so much less permanent to me. It's okay. You're on your save without charm. Okay. So you're just getting closer to getting the Amper on there too. Only ever gotten one shiny in emulator. It was Zigzagoon and Emerald before you had been given Pokeballs. Cries in British. No. Yeah. The uncatchable Zigzagoons take many different forms, and they are no fun. I had a shoot. I wasn't recording my Switch footage the way I usually record it. Dang! We found the shiny when that happened. What was I saying? But yeah, I found the uncatchable Zigzagoon when you're trying to get your starter in Emerald. Fortunately, in that case, it's not terrible. There are worse situations there, because like in Emerald with busted RNG, that's actually really helpful. And I did find an uncatchable Zigzagoon before I got Pokeballs playing in Ruby doing my Jirachi hunt. That was rough. That one was very rough. I put that up on the channel and I was in pain. Blue Boy, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You want to hunt somewhere with one cool ghost type shiny and one bad other shiny, each with a 50-50. That way you can see if you get tricked, bad shiny, or treat. I like that idea. Giving yourself your own little themed hunts. That's pretty clever. You're at 319 encounters now on your main save. It was just a waste of 200. Yeah, like you'd be at the 500 now. I get that. Saving your shiny Zigzagoon for when you get 5 more pickup mons to train it to level 100 off of only Route 1 plus rare candies. Double tricked it back to back-to-back treats. You got Invisalign today. Nice. Hope that works well for you. I never had Invisalign. I had like regular braces, and then my retainer was like the same kind of deal where it was just like, you know, molded to my teeth, but like clear plastic. That didn't last. My teeth broke that. Yeah, my teeth destroyed that. Because it was one of those things where I just like had to wear it at night for the most part, and like I'd wake up in the morning and the thing would just be shattered. Either from probably a bit from me grinding on it, but largely just my teeth were just moving back anyways. They didn't care there was a retainer on them. No, Cerebee's a list of hordes. Yeah. Cerebee's pretty good with that information. Direct when you were memeing around an emulator randomizer, and then found a full odds 1 in 8192 Spheal 10 minutes into the game. I mean, that's the thing with the number of people that play Pokemon. It's bound to happen that some saves are just gonna like get shinies immediately. Someone out there, like the first starter they ever picked up in a 3DS game was a shiny. And they probably like had no real clue. It's just thought like their shiny, like their starter just sparkles because it's so special. And they reset their save because they wanted to play again and they were bored and forgot where they were. I'll let that pain sink in. The realization that there are probably many first encounter shinies out there that just don't exist anymore. 500 KO chain would be nice, but you're gonna hit 500 a night. Yeah. If you still had access to that save file, you'd manipulate the summary and transfer it to your actual game. I guess, yeah, you have to update the summary to be like a legitimate summary. I'm trying to rickroll the chat there, Odyssey. Didn't like the original rickroll video hit some kind of like view milestone on YouTube a month or so ago? Dragon type in her name was Confetti because it happened really close to your birthday. Aw. Yeah, I can imagine being a dragon type's feel wouldn't transfer to most games that do any kind of legitimacy checking very, very easily. Not Pyrotrick, Meditate, Treat. Trick is Meditate, Treat, Vulpix. There you go, there you go. 1 billion, you think? Okay, that sounds right. Because like, it was a big milestone, and obviously like not a lot of videos hit that, but it was something that a lot of like, not a lot, but there were several videos that have already like way surpassed that, like Gangnam Style and stuff, like more like meme music video kind of deals, but like they just blew past it. What's your favorite song, meme or no meme? I respect that. I respect that. It's honestly like the only reason I think anyone groans at it is just because it's a meme. Sure, you could find some sort of remnant of existence. Probably some like just say some random file on an old phone somewhere, or on an old computer. I don't know why I always immediately associate Game Boy emulators with phones, because that's how I like. That was the first emulator I really used. Was the GBA for iOS emulator, which was very literal in its name, and I appreciated that. Like GBA for iOS, and honestly, it had my favorite interface of any like emulator I ever tried after that, and I could never find one. No one ever made one that looked like that on Android, and I think the people who made that on iOS changed it and made it more like traditional and conventional like other emulators in their look, and I just hate it. Gen 5 emulator though, true. Yeah, but like, just because I think of like GBA emulators and stuff like on phones, I think of like all Pokemon stuff on phones, which I'm just blown away by the fact that Citra, even if it runs horribly, apparently runs on phones now. Like you can run 3DS games on an emulator on your phone. That's crazy. What I want, and it is one of the only reasons to this point I have at all looked at like folding phones beyond the beyond just the curiosity of how would I use this, would I have any uses for it. The only thing that, like, the only use case that was at all legitimate in my mind that I would have considered was something like the Motorola Razr or the Z Flip. Like the ones that, like, start closed and open up like a clamshell, and I hold this up for a very specific reason of I want a phone that I can put at that angle with fake buttons on the bottom screen and a Game Boy screen on the top, and that would be the peak way to play a GBA emulator. Why would you snort, Pikachu? Come on. Especially loudly. That's super rude. It's gonna be awesome when Camper shines. Yeah, best of luck, Beanie. Best of luck on that. Somehow midnight over here, so you're gonna try to sleep before school tomorrow. Alright, see you later, Odyssey. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Hope to see you again soon. Hope school goes well for you tomorrow, and yeah, get some sleep. Definitely get some sleep. Sleep is always super important. I had so much fun with that randomizer 3 years ago. I think on that same randomizer you found a Grass Rock Latias who's super speedy, and that made you happy. Nice! Didn't really love Latias until 2018 and 2017, and before then, I really wouldn't have given her a second thought. That emulator was the turning point. Like Sync pre-Gen 8, because you can still Nature Guess, this is 50-50, and Gen 8 it's 100%, so Nature Guesses can't happen. Yeah, it's just, it feels a little bit overpowered. Granted, like, you're really using, like, Sync. You're using Synchronize specifically to get, like, competitive Pokemon, so, like, in all honesty, it makes sense, and it fits with the trend that they've been going with of making competitive breeding easier. I definitely think they want to make it more accessible for both the younger crowd and for the older crowd. I think there's very few people who were able to like really build competitive teams in like Gen 6 and earlier. Gen 7 I think kind of started adding a little bit of stuff. I mean, Gen 6 has it with super training, but it's not like fantastic. It's nothing like, and Gen 7 doesn't add a lot of stuff in comparison to Gen 8. Gen 8 really just blew the competitive breeding and competitive team building scene completely out of the water with mints, with everything about competitive breeding for Pokemon got so much easier, and just general competitive Pokemon obtaining got so much easier in Gen 8. And honestly, it's a good thing. I think, like, there's no real reason to make it take weeks to build one single competitive team. Really, I feel like a lot of it being locked behind endgame items makes sense. I think that strikes a good balance. Because, yeah, you don't want, like, every Pokemon you come across to, like, be the perfect Pokemon when you're playing through. You just kind of want, like, your playthrough... I want my playthrough to be normal. But at the same time, as someone who works a 9-to-5 job and cannot play Pokemon from 9 to 5, I appreciate a lot of the new stuff where it's like, if you get a Pokemon that has 6 IVs and it doesn't have a perfect nature, you can fix that. If it has a perfect nature and it's off by 1 IP, you can fix that. If... You know, and just like all these things are really nice for that kind of thing, and like making sync be just that little bit easier is nice. It is appreciated. Having fun with hunting? Yamper, awesome. Shiny hunting should be fun. It shouldn't be anything that feels like a chore. Yo, Squishy, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Even if you catch a Randomon during a playthrough, you can turn it into Competitivemon in an hour. See, that's the one thing, that's the part that I'm a little bit less a fan of, but like, how are you going to make an ability have different effects pre and like during the game and post game? I think that like during the game, it should be a little bit more difficult, I feel, to get that, just because again, Pokemon's like notoriously just been easier the past few gens. Like, you can only argue so far that, like, oh, you didn't know what you were doing several gens ago. Like, it really just has been getting easier. So, like, I feel like locking a lot of that stuff, like, at the Battle Tower or just post-game in general would be really good. You know, like, you can only get mints, like, at the Battle Tower. You can only get, you know, certain items at the Battle Tower. Like, that kind of stuff makes sense. Like, battle caps post-game and everything. Like, all that makes sense. It doesn't need to be there during your main single-player campaign playthrough, right? Like, if anything, that should be a bit more difficult, and then you go out into the world and everything. Touch grass? I can't. I threw my grass away. I used to have some grass just sitting on my counter over there that I could just, like, go touch and be like, you know what? Shut up. But it was dead. I had to throw it away. Among Us. I haven't played that in so long. I haven't heard like anything about that in like really like I haven't heard anything about it since Toast stopped playing it. Like when Disguised Toast stopped posting videos about it, I was like, okay, well that's done. Because he was really the main guy I watched with any of that. Like, and that I'd like occasionally like be watching, like I feel like I should play, and like that I'd play some. But that was always about it. In Gen 6, they took something that was a 1 in 81, 92 chance and made Fishing Mon's 1 in 95 with Charm. Okay, so how does like fishing chains work, right? Because is it an actual chain or is it just you fish? Is there any way to break the chain and like actually have like 1 in 40, 96 odds or 1 in 13, 65 odds? If shiny hunting ever feels like a chore, it's 100% okay to take a break. Absolutely. Taking from a full odds hunter, inching back into shiny hunting after a year and a half. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much took like a year and a half too. Yeah. Absolutely. I think the worst part of Sword and Shield balance is having a level 70 legendary before the first gym. What do you mean by that? You can't catch a level 70 legendary before the first gym, can you? Can you do it because of Crown Tundra? You don't hunt often? That's fair. It usually feels like a chore for you. Yeah, I mean, just do it when it feels fun, for sure. Crown Tundra, yeah. Okay. That is an oversight on their part then, for sure, yeah. I would say though, like, because I was gonna say like, because I know there's like the other option is mystery gift Pokemon. Because I know like I was gonna say like Sun and Moon would have technically had that issue too with a couple of the shinies you just get. But that's a whole other thing. DLC is a little bit more something they should have taken into account. I don't think you should be able to do Dynamax adventures. Wow, that yawn hit very hard and fast. Sorry about that. Yeah, like, I don't think you should really be able to go to the DLC for the first little bit. But I guess they aren't going to stop you. And I appreciate them not stopping us, because that's how I'm going to do Regieleki, is definitely by, like, speed running to that. Hunting's not for everyone, especially full lots. Absolutely. Yeah, it has to. You have to like have that itch to like get the overboard completion kind of stuff. I feel this is the first time you've hunted in about 3 months, and your mom really wanted you to hunt Yampers, so you're hunting it till it shines. Your mom likes you. That's pretty cool. Good luck. Hope you find it. Hope you find it soon for your mom. Don't know why they didn't make the battle with Peony impassable until you win. Yeah, like that would be the easiest fix right there. Like, come back when you're stronger. Yeah, because yeah, he really is just kind of like the gatekeeper into it, right? Like, it really should be a battle of can you beat him, but who knows? I don't know. Again, at this point, I don't care, because any save I go into with, I'm just gonna go in there with the bare minimum mons that I need to, like, get some Dynamax Pokemon and set up for a Regieleki hunt. That's all I'm gonna do. That is the extent of my. That is gonna be the extent of my use of like Crown Tundra outside of my current save. What's a cat? It's a ball of fur that likes to scream at you. At least that's my experience. Bareback right scene a bit beanie. This if you reel in too fast, too slow, not at all, or move, the chain breaks. Gotcha. Gotcha. There's no, like, luck reasons for it to break. What a dog. Same thing, but instead of screaming, it barks. My screaming ball of fur is taking a nap on the couch right now. Yeah, so for everyone who, really for everyone's weekend, but I know for a lot of people who had long weekends, what'd you guys get up to? Did you get up to anything exciting, or was it just a normal weekend with an extra day on it? What is a car? The most fun thing to operate in the world. Chain fishing is tricky but fast. Good for people who wanna get a shiny down. Fair, fair. Yeah, I need to try chain fishing at some point. It's a pillow. An exploded duck inside fabric. Or goose, I guess. I don't know. Artificial birds at this point, but but yeah, so my weekend was pretty eventful. I mentioned on Friday that I was gonna be doing a karting tournament this weekend, or a karting race. It was just part of a tournament that's already been ongoing. Yeah, that went decently well. It was a lot of fun. It was interesting being out there with people who were actually also at the same like skill level, and it wasn't just like showing up and either being by yourself or like with a bunch of random people who were just learning how to drive the karts for the first time. It was a very unique feeling, a unique experience. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time with that. It was a good bit of fun, so I'm excited for next month's as well. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I got a little bit of video from it. I don't think any of it was really like would be super like exciting to share. Just because like it's hard to follow if you don't know what's exactly happening. Sounds awesome. Never been racing. It's a lot of fun. I've been getting into karting a lot more recently. I'd gone like a couple times, just like on like a family vacation. We were like like a generally touristy area, and there was like a go-kart track, so like we went and would do that. Or there's this one that's has been in this location since like 7 years or something now, I think. I don't know. I went once with friends back before going to college, and it was a lot of fun, but then I went to college and kind of just forgot about it. Ended up working by it for like 2 summers, and didn't go to it at all during that. I kind of not realized exactly how close I was to it. And then yeah, this past summer, went to it and was like, alright, I'm doing this more. This is a whole lot of fun. And so I've been going a whole bunch, and they do like an actual like race, like not just kind of like, oh, show up and run carts, and if you're fast, you run fast and put like your fastest times on a leaderboard, but like actual like, here is your, like, you know, you were in this position, you have qualified to be here, and like it's actually like a more competitive race. And I definitely think I psyched myself out a bit with just the competitiveness of it, because like it's my first time. Like everyone around me has been doing this for a long time. I don't want to screw up around them, right? So you'd be a little bit more cautious, and it was a learning experience, and it was a lot of fun. I ended up going up 1 position in my race. I started 6th and finished 5th, so net positive. When it comes to like a short race like that, like you're talking like maybe 7 miles, like in carts that are all the same speed, like that's about the most you can do. Like a couple people like kind of got a little like spin, and I got past them, and then like I kept that, and then one of them got back around past me, and like that was that. I was like, all right, cool. But you know, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, at the end of the day, a learning experience more than anything else, you know. Yo, what's going on, Wake? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Did the blind check? Was it shiny? I think it was. Most of your free time this weekend was mostly spent either hatching rabbits in Sword and Shield or hatching giraffes on Poke Farm. That's fair, that's fair. Splash, I can't see what those emojis are. I think if you send them again, you might need to fix them. I don't know. I can't see them though, so I can't see them, so I can't say it's a threat. But yeah, so that was my weekend. I did see some friends for a little bit, which was nice. And then yesterday I was helping my parents out more with just some stuff with the house, finally getting it prepped to like sell. So yeah, that was part of why I didn't end up streaming yesterday. I was tired from the race Sunday night. Woke up yesterday extremely sore and tired, because that is the hardest I have raced. The carts were way more warmed up, because usually I go in the morning, so the track's like dead cold, because it's literally just like in a strip mall. That like used to be like a grocery store or something, and they put a go-kart track in there. And so like it's always like whenever I end up showing up in the mornings, because that's just when it was easiest for me to go when there weren't a lot of people. It would be dead cold. The tires on the carts would be cold, and it'd be a cold concrete floor, so nothing was gripping when I would go. So Sunday, the race happened at night, so they'd been running all day and everything was warm, so it all was more grippy. So I was getting thrown around, having to hold myself more upright, and then as well, just like the fact that everyone out there was running hard, so you're constantly running hard. Yeah, that was a whole thing. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Definitely learned some stuff to work on, and just in general like better times to go and stuff. So more of that. I'll keep everyone posted on my adventures in racing, because it's been a lot of fun. Pretty good. Just got home from a game night at the office. Nice. Ah, yes. Yes, avoiding the YouTube potential just like removed by Google moderators message. Nice. I think I played that once, maybe, or some other version of it. I don't know. I know it's come up as a game people have recommended for us to like play when like we had a bunch of friends getting together, but I don't know if it was one of the ones that ended up getting played. What's a splash? Someone who's wrong about their rankings on Pokemon starters. we play through the whole playlist? There's no way we played through that whole playlist. We'll see. I had to hit the shuffle button. I don't know. Monster Cat's shuffle might be truly a shuffle where it just like throws everything back in the hat after, like throws the song back in the hat after it plays. Like I've said, music is something I'm gonna be working on the stream a little bit once I move. I just gotta, you know, really get everything figured out with that. Yeah, I gotta get everything figured out with the music and all that, but that's gonna be happening after I complete my move, which everything on paper says it'll be happening in a little over a week, or everything verbally has been said over a week, and we just need it on paper to confirm. But yeah, no, I'm excited for that. I'm looking forward to it. New space, new place, a lot of new things to do, a lot of ideas. And I think it'll be enough time for sure. I mean, we got like over a month. We'll have, well, basically 2 months from the time that I move until BDSP's out. So I'll have 2 months to get my setup like tuned in and perfect for just going hard on the BDSP hunting and BDSP streaming. This is a point in the game where you can unalive someone if you're the current president. Jokingly ask your boss if you get fired if you'd unalive him. He turned out to be the guy. Aha. Yeah, imagine playing a board game and still having to sneak around YouTube terms. Growlithe is such a pog. Agreed, Squishy. Agreed. My cat moving in with me. Finally, yeah, we've just been like neighbors for the past few weeks, or for the past few months. We're becoming roommates now. Now we have a. I'm wondering what my cat will think of it. Because I know one thing, she hates the car. That's something she just straight up hates. She is not a fan of the car in any form. The vet that we would go to at first. The vet we went to the first... Guys, people were right in the poll. 92% of chat was right. 8% of you were suckers. Look at it. Look at it. It's the Golden Doggo Dragonite. I have no time for you right now. That is the wrong Growlithe. Oh gosh. But shiny Growlithe hype, guys. 2 shinies in a row. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, so we got a Raspberry. And an excellent throw. Oh, cross the fingers. Cross the fingers, guys. We crossed too many fingers. It didn't work. The luck overloaded. This is all like the payback from this is all the RNG payback from those first catch Dragonite and Charizards. We caught it. Yes! Yes! Let's go! Master Ball. Really, we should have. We should have, right? Let's go, guys. Let's go. 2 shiny Growlithes tonight. That's awesome. That is incredible. All right. All right. Do we have anything else planned as far as... Let's go ahead and favorite it, and then we'll save. Do we have any other hunts that people that like have anything else lined up? I don't know if we had anything else lined up. As far as Let's Go hunts go. So I'm thinking almost we just make this a Terrakion hunt for the rest of the night. Just focus solely on Terrakion for a bit. What are you guys' thoughts? What are you guys' thoughts on that? I'll go ahead and load up this one. We can do a nature check, guys. Nature check in chat, guys. Or nature guesses in chat. We're doing the nature check now. So we'll go ahead and pull it up. His fur is so white and Let's Go. It's just also fluffy, right? Let's check the summary. Naive nature. Naive nature. So, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and swap back to both. But yeah, so if you guys have thoughts on any other Let's Go hunts to potentially do, I'm down for suggestions. Otherwise, why not head over to where Dratini can spawn and hope? Because I'm terrified of Dratinis right now. I wouldn't do a Dratini just because of the catch rate. Growlithe's catch rate was already pretty bad just because we hadn't caught a lot of them. Dratini's something I would definitely want to chain normally for a while. Because when you chain over and over again and fail to chain over and over again, you're still building up those encounters. But I don't want to just like go in and immediately have to straight fail a shiny Dratini, seeing as we're going to be attempting to catch in Pokeballs, because I am stubborn. What haven't I hunted in Let's Go? A lot of things, but that is a good point. We can actually just go ahead and start cleaning up some. Yes, let's go ahead and start. Yeah, if we start cleaning up a little bit in Let's Go here, I can go ahead and resort, and we can figure out what else is left to hunt. There's gonna be one Growlithe left because of the way that the numbers work. Yeah, the fact that you have to do 31 for a catch combo, but you can only send 30 at a time. Oh, I also have all the Mankeys. I never organized after the Mankeys. So yeah, we'll have to clean up some stuff up here. No, I don't want to unfavor that. Whew, that would have been bad. So I guess theoretically we could go for a Mankey again. I think that actually makes sense. We do need a second Mankey. So is that something you guys would be chill with us doing? Just for the sake of basically, our Growlithe odds, the Growlithe shiny odds are still in effect, and the shiny odds are a global increase, where just the spawn rate increase was solely for Growlithe. So I feel like Mankey would be a good bet, just because I do need another one of those, and that one I do know is a pretty safe catch. Mankey's cool, awesome. When are they gonna release Arca 10? At least we gotta at least wait till Gen 10. Which we all know we were supposed to get after Gen 7. To a wild shiny Articuno hunt? I mean, if it shows up, we'll try to catch it, and I will let everyone freak out when we fail it because we threw a regular Pokeball at it. Yeah, alright, cool. So, let's go ahead and save again, just because now we're all sorted, and that takes a lot of time. A lot more time than I want to have to repeat because of a cartridge getting DC'd. Alright, so let's use the town map here real quick. Go ahead and fly over to... Yeah, we'll go ahead and fly Reputer. Tangela? Tangela could be fun. Oh, I have a cat in my lap now. I tried to stop her. So I apologize for the mic suddenly moving and getting bumped. I gotta figure out how to deal with that when I get my new setup going, because now I'm like really awkwardly locked into this position. Okay, cat, come on. Alright, yeah, so we're getting in position here, guys. Alright, here we go. Now time to wait for shiny Mankey. and update the stream title. I saw my own shiny Charizard and panicked. Which I think is fair. I'm still not quite used to it. Also, sorry for suddenly being a little bit further away from the mic. But alright, here we go. We're all set up now. We're all set up to continue on as we had been going. Gonna guess the shiny Fearow shows up? That's fair. That's fair. Alright, new poll time. Chat has now gone 1 for 2. Can you guys get a winning record here? I probably should update the Growlithe, but guys, 2 shiny Growliths today. Today was a successful stream no matter what. No matter what happens on the Terrakion front, today was a successful stream in the Let's Go side. We still got half an hour left at the very least to see if we can pull anything else out of the hat. It would be incredible if we could find a shiny Charmander. That would honestly be the best. Oh, cat is on headphone cable. I wish I had a camera that I could use to just, like, show you guys how completely, like, lounged out this cat is in my lap right now. No cares given to the fact that I am trying to, like, live stream to people or, like, manage several different, like, gaming inputs. Or that, like, my headphone cable is not a toy, and also by stabbing into my gut, she's not grabbing the headphone cable. No cares given. I am just her chair. That's all. That is all I am. Oh, this is going to be a little bit more difficult just having to deal with that. If your cat was in your room whenever you hunted, she'd regret all of her decisions whenever you had a shiny. My cat just looks at me funny and is like, what are you doing? Why are you being loud? I'm trying to sleep. Which is honestly what happened, right? Is she was taking a nap, and then I got loud. She's like, oh, that means I can come over and sit in your lap, right? That was an invitation more than anything else. I just realized I do have a camera. I can't... Oh, she moved as I took the picture. I got one. Let's see if I can get this to pull up okay on screen. My other option is to post to Discord completely out of context. Alright, let's see. Yeah. That is how she is right now in my lap on top of my headphone cable. If that can show up, yeah. That is how she is sitting there right now. Does not care. Does not care. really what it is she wants like she wants a second dinner. I changed her food schedule specifically so that like she would have food in her bowl while I was streaming, because otherwise she was starting to pick up, because when I first got her I had her like getting food right after I streamed. She'd eat twice a day, so basically she'd get like her food in the morning, and then I would give her food right after I finished streaming, and that was like just the times of the day that it happened. And what I was finding was that she would start like getting into my lap and being really obnoxious right around the end of stream. It was getting a little bit earlier and earlier each day, trying to get me to end early. It's like, oh, as soon as you like turn that big light off over there, which is when you stand up from your computer, I get food. So now she gets beforehand, and then gets it when I go to bed. And I also just stopped giving her food like right when I woke up in the morning. I did try to disconnect that cause and effect as well. So basically now like I have to wake up for a pretty early call every day, and she gets fed after that call is over, which is 30 to 45 minutes after I wake up. How does she react whenever you pick her up? Audrey does not like it. She's so tiny, but man, she is fierce and feisty. She could care less. She couldn't care less, is the proper way to put it. She genuinely doesn't care. She is the biggest lap cat. The only time that she is upset when I pick her up is if I pick her up and I walk her either towards that door or if I walk her towards her kennel. She does not like her kennel at all. Part of her not liking the car. Every time she's gone to the kennel, outside of the time she got in it and came here for the first time, was to go to the vet, which was not a fun experience for her, I can assume and understand. And if she goes to that door, it means that she did not eat her allergy medication in the morning with her food, and I'm picking her up to feed her a pill. But if I just hold her and walk around normally, she doesn't care. If I put her down too fast or pick her up too fast, she might get like a little squirmy, and then like she might get a little bit squirmy and then like stand up off my lap and walk away, but that's about it. She's the only cat I've had, but I am very aware of the fact that this is not normal. She is very on the chill side of being a cat, as far as reactions go. Also, guys, you know what time it is in chat. Let's get that crab rave going, guys. Love everybody. We should have a cat that would pick up without a fear of scratch attack. So the only scratch that I have gotten from this cat, from Adele, was not her fault. So I have to like trim her nails every once in a while. But before I got the little nail clipper for her nails just got extremely sharp. Like her kneading on your stomach was just like thumbtacks going into you through clothing. Like they're just incredibly sharp. And what happened was, the only time I've been scratched by her was like on my arm somewhere here, and it was me reaching to like pet her or something, and her claws were completely retracted. They were fully inside all the fur on her foot, and my arm just hit the claw through the fur at the right angle, and I scratched myself on her. She doesn't bite, she doesn't scratch. And the only time that she has ever like gripped in with claws at all intentionally is when I've been trying to give her her pill, and she just wants to get away. So she's not like trying to scratch, she's just trying to get grip to pull. She hasn't ever attacked, she's never hissed. I've never heard her hiss. The only sounds that she makes are yells because she's hungry, or wonders where I am because I like am in the bathroom or something, and purring, loud purring. Hey Gia, how's it going? It can only be around for 10 minutes. Well, hey, I'm glad you can be here for that 10 minutes then. And Ash, what's going on? Welcome as well. The crab ball is so much harder to do on mobile. I've never done it on mobile. I've only ever done emote spam on PC, and it's just so hard on YouTube in general. YouTube's awful. School is almost starting. I see. Best object in general? Like, what do you mean by best object? Like, favorite thing? Favorite Family Guy character? I haven't watched Family Guy in so long. I don't have a favorite character. Shiny hunting for Magby. Best of luck, Ash. Best of luck on the Magby. Shiny luck for you. Maybe I have some left to spare. I've gotten extremely lucky today. I got 2 Growliths earlier on in the stream, which is pretty fantastic. Just copy paste until you run out of characters on PC. Fair. That's really what I need to do. I've done... So if I'm on like Twitch streams and I spam emotes or something, I still just try to click the button, but every time it like line wraps, it moves the emotes up and I click the wrong emote. And then because all emotes work in the same way on these platforms, where, like, it puts the characters in and you have to backspace all the characters. Sorry. Missed that second Growlithe. Did you do a nature check? I did. I think it was a... Was it serious? Let's check again. Because I did check it, but no one put in nature guesses. Let's see, where is it? Naive, yeah, so it was naive. The first one was serious, yeah. The first one was serious, this one I could remember. But naive. Naive is the other nature. Move behind for a few minutes? What do you mean move behind? Subject. Okay. Math, physics, or something? Okay, so... I was generally a math kid. I was a math and science kid. In school. I've just got a cat paw pressing into my belly button right now. This is very uncomfortable. Like, it's not painful, it's just very weird feeling. But the cat does not care and the cat won't move. How's it going, Duke? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. A naive is close, it also raises speed. Nice. Pokemon has taught you all the natures. Nice. Yeah, I can't remember them. I just have to look at, like, the stats on them, like the little stat hexagon, and see what's red or pink and blue. So Piplup is better? What? Which is better, Oshawott, Piplup, or Totodile? Oh, out of those, definitely Piplup. Applesauce? Yes. Yes, applesauce. So I don't remember what I had just said, but I said something a second ago. But I also don't know why it reminded me of this, which is why I can't think about what it was. Oh, the cat's gone. But yeah, I was watching just videos on my subscription feed the other day, and like the film theory video related to like the Jeopardy hosts came up, and like I was like, all right, I'll watch that. I'll see what that is. And yeah, if anyone hasn't seen it, basically, like, for one, as context, Jeopardy is trying to get a new host. Alec Trebek very sadly passed away this year. And they've been struggling to find a new host. They can't find anyone who really seems to be, like, quite the right fit. And when they do find people that seem to do really well at it and seem like they'd be really good choices, controversies have come up around them, like old tweets or old interviews or just old conversations come up, and like off-putting things have been said, or they hold like really controversial opinions, and obviously networks are very sensitive to that, and they don't want like the host to come in tainted in any way like that. And one of the things that MatPat had said in the video is like, hey, why not like try like getting a YouTuber or someone to do it? And, like, that was an interesting take. That was a very interesting take. The guys he recommended, I think, would be the ones to do it. But after watching that and thinking about it, I kind of have this question for you guys. So I'm going to ask the question first. Do you think like that makes sense? Do you think that would be good for it, for like Jeopardy as a whole, or just like game shows in general, to like bring in like internet talent to run that kind of thing? Like, because the argument that I saw, or that MatPat kind of posed was that, you know, if you're trying to attract, you know, the Gen Z and like the very young millennials and the Gen Z and Gen Alpha going forward from that, like, you need to probably bring in hosts that can appeal to them and like present on platforms they're used to and like present in ways they're used to. Like, but then you also got to get someone who is a bit more capable of keeping the show a bit more familiar to the people who have been watching the old style and are used to old media. And like, so what do you guys think that would make sense? Do you think that would work? Like, if a YouTuber became the host of Jeopardy, would it like not necessarily save the show because it's not like it needs saving in any way, but like, do you think it would like revive it for a younger audience? Because like, I have my opinion. I want to see what yours are before I like necessarily say what mine is. Things you hate about high school. Can't have any friends that are females. Your whole family assumes it's your girlfriend. Even though you don't have Yeah, I never had that. I was like always friends with like all the girls in classes, like just completely platonically all the way from elementary. It started with like one of my like I had two friends in my neighborhood growing up, and one was a boy, one was a girl. So like it was already very expected that one of my best friends was female, so that wasn't ever an issue. Timid's your favorite, because Timid works best for a lot of your favorite mods, including Lanius, Espeon, and Ninetales. Nice. You're taking off already. See you later, Gia. And Kevin, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? And hope school goes well, Gia. Hope that goes well today. Can you read your last message? Yeah. Good luck on making Terrakion. Yeah, thank you. I can read it. Sorry, Gia, I was talking. I wasn't looking at chat for a second. I try to catch up on messages. I don't try to be behind. I don't ignore them. Sure, it'll get more views. As they'll be like, hey, that's Dan TDM, but then the YouTuber has balanced the game show and also their channel. That is one point. That's one thing I didn't really even think of. I know for the kind of people MatPat had posed were like Veritasium, Smarter Every Day. Some of these people who generally their projects are longer form, bigger projects, like Smarter Every Day had like a 7 or 8 part series related to like nuclear submarines and how they work, because he went on one. And he had all this content from one like 24-hour expedition. In those circumstances, I think like the kind of creators that are being talked about are ones who already have some kind of form of community outreach job that they do, and that's kind of why they might be better suited to present. But that's a fair point. That's a fair point. But at the same time, like, let's players or vloggers aren't really the kind of audience that or like the creators would probably pull from. You'd pull from someone who's more of a sciencey educational YouTuber who kind of fits the whole idea of the show with like knowledge and trivia and stuff like that more than anything else. And I think generally the content Hey, cat! Sorry. Cat was scratching on the couch, and the couch is the one thing I have that like if she scratches on, I can't replace the fabric. So sorry about that. Yeah, so that's an interesting thought. I think the kind of creators that would be pulled for that are the ones who might be able to get away with it, just because their schedule isn't so daily, and their videos aren't so like current now that like they have to just drop everything and make the video. My theory here, here's my thought on it. People that don't care for the game shows have to wait longer for new vids. This yell, hey cat, I did. Names exist. Yeah, but she ignores her name when I'm like trying to get her attention. Hey cat works very well. But yeah, so I don't think the kind of creators that would be most likely considered for this, the kind of creators that wouldn't really necessarily, you wouldn't be like missing out on their videos. Not saying like, oh, their videos wouldn't be missed, but it's like if they film, because Jeopardy films like a month's worth of content in a day. So like if someone like Smarter Every Day, if you took Smarter Every Day, if like Destin became like the host, that's just a hypothetical, like one day out of the month he films that, and then the rest of the month he can be doing all this other stuff. Realistically, like, one day later of his videos, like a shift in his schedule of one day, to then go back to normal, because I feel like that'd be fine for him to go pretty much be normal aside from like one day every few months, you know. Like that wouldn't really put a dent in his schedule, you know. Obviously, yeah, like vloggers and stuff would be different, but here's my thought of why I think it wouldn't necessarily work the way that MatPat was saying it would. Because MatPat's argument was, hey, networks and game shows, you're trying to like pull in a younger audience, so get hosts that relate to them more. And that's a fair argument. That's a fairly valid argument, but I think even like the age gap between some like MatPat and that's like, I don't actually know how old MatPat is, but that age gap is at most 10 years. You know, like that is it's a relatively small age gap, right? Like, he is very much a millennial, and I'm right on that edge of like Gen Z and millennial. And I think that edge is a pretty hard line in one key factor as to why I don't think it would work. How many of you would plan on paying for cable television after like moving out into your own place if you haven't already? You know, after high school or after college or whatever the situation is, would you personally pay the $120-ish, because that's going off the rate that I would probably have to pay, would you pay the like $100 or so for cable television? I don't. I have some a bit more inside information, but not like super inside, that not a lot of people, that like not a lot of young people, and by young people I mean like my age and younger, are getting cable. Like next to none in comparison to how it used to be. And I don't think one YouTuber being on Jeopardy is going to pull that in. I don't think... basically my argument is I don't think that having a YouTuber as a host of Jeopardy would pull in a younger audience, because the barrier for the younger audience watching Jeopardy already isn't crossed before you get to who the host is. It's the fact that Jeopardy is on cable television. My favorite YouTuber could make it. I'm not gonna get cable. I'm not gonna get cable, right? Like, I have no use for cable. There are literally two things that I would watch on cable: college football games and F1 races. For $15 a month, I can do both. That is a tenth of what I'd have been paying for cable, right? So like, I think that's the key point here, is that the alienation of the younger audience happens with purchasing of cable and putting your show on cable. So I think like a game show like Jeopardy would have to change its whole release structure and release its content in full on YouTube or some sort of streaming service that is likely to be picked up for some reason other than just for Jeopardy. I think you would have to have that happen before like you could even think about the Gen Z audience watching any beyond their parents have cable and watch. It's a family thing to watch Jeopardy at night. Because I think one of the key things that happened is cord cutting obviously started happening, and I think a lot of it started happening, and the reason there's such a big inflection around 2018, 2019 as far as like people purchasing cable is all the kids graduating college in 2018, 2019 were those first group of kids whose families cut the cord on cable before they went to college. So like, I went to college never thinking that, gee, I'm in college now, guess I can't watch cable. I already didn't watch cable before going to college. I wasn't missing anything. So I didn't miss it enough to want to get it afterwards, right? Like that's my theory on this, is that the idea of anything that is like solely on cable television trying to pull in Gen Z is a lost cause. It's not happening for any Gen Z who isn't like still in their family household, right? Like, and trying to pull that audience in I don't think is going to happen if you're trying to pull them into something on cable. There's so much more of a barrier than just them wanting to watch it, right? Barely watching any TV at all. Like, exactly, Cinder, exactly. Like basically, what happened is a generation of like sitcoms finished up, right? Like The Office finished, How I Met Your Mother finished, a lot of others kind of dwindled out. I didn't care about any of the new stuff. Like, to the point that I haven't watched cable, like, I haven't watched some fairly long-running shows have been on that maybe had like a season 1 or 2 that I watched. Then after that, I didn't watch them anymore because I didn't watch cable anymore. And they've finished and there are new shows, and I have no clue what those shows are. And so that's the thing, right? Like, for me, I just think in general for a lot of younger people, it's like, cable is such an option not even being considered on the table because it's just worthless to them, that I don't think liking one host on a game show, admittedly a very iconic game show, is gonna help at all, right? Like, you may have fond memories of having watched Jeopardy as a kid, but you're not paying for an entire cable package just to watch Jeopardy, and there's not going to be enough people doing that, right? It's like, look, either you get like your streaming services you want, or you like have extra money to put in savings or into a hobby each month, or to help pay rent, or cable. Like that like looking at a cable package, even a basic cable package now, would be a chunk of my paycheck, and I don't want that, right? Like I have no use for it. Like I said, I watch literally 2 things that would have been on cable, and I can pay $15 a month and have better versions of what I would have been getting as part of cable when cable's bundled with a whole bunch of other crud that I don't care about, right? I get all my news online, I get all my entertainment from YouTube and Netflix and like various other services I pay for. Like, so again, I think it's an interesting concept, and I think it makes a lot of sense, and I think like there's a reason that like it wouldn't be the first time it's been attempted to have a YouTube star come and host an actual television show, but I think there is a reason that like internet stuff is still considered such new media, and there is such a harsh divide outside of a couple big celebrities from film and TV coming to the internet, that I don't think, outside of the fact that there's just traditionally been the prestige of being on TV is a thing that people wanted to do, like, as a dream. And like, outside of that, I think there is no draw for any content creator to really move to television from the internet, right? Like you're suddenly on a platform that you're going to get less views from your core audience. The audience that is on that platform isn't going to connect with you as much if you were like anywhere under the age of like 35, right? Like, it's just, there's such a disconnect in the way that the content's done. I mean, look at how like late night hosts floundered going to the internet format and just the general like film yourself format when like the pandemic started, right? Like, there's such a strong divide there, and I don't think it goes both ways, but I think it's a lot harder, honestly, to go backwards, or there's a lot less reason to go backwards, I feel. Like, the audience isn't there. Your core audience won't move with you in the same way that if, a television star or a TV host, a movie star makes a YouTube account. Enough people know about YouTube who also still watch TV to just go, sure, and go subscribe to the YouTube account. Or it'll get put on their Facebook or their Twitter feed or whatever, and they'll see it. But as people, a lot of us, we're watching a live stream or streaming right now. We watch YouTube, we watch Twitch, we watch all these things. There's a lot more direct connection with the creator, and like, it's easier to stay in that bubble, and like, there's so much content in the bubble, there's no need to leave. Why would the creator leave that bubble if none of the audience is going to follow? Because I don't think the audience will follow. The fact that cable is like a paid service, with commercials and not on demand, largely, makes it a very tough sell, I think. Probably not extra money when we all have streaming services already because TV is slowing down. Like, see, that's the thing, right? Like, yeah, exactly, Shy. Like, that's back to the, will you get cable? It's like, yeah, you won't. Because I knew in high school I wasn't going to. Like, I was like, yeah, I'll have, like, streaming subscriptions, and that's all I care about. Like, even with the obscene number of streaming services there are, that all like try to pull all their content back into their own channels. I don't, it's like, okay, well, I don't watch anything on this, so I don't need to pay for it. So I can pay for all the ones I want for like a third of my cable bill, right? Like, so that's just it's kind of the thing where I think like, it's weird that it feels weird for me, which I know is just because I'm on the other side of it. I'm on the side that they're confused about. But it's weird to me that there is such confusion surrounding, like, why aren't people getting cable? And it's like, because no one wants it. Like, no one feels the need to have it in the younger generation, right? Like, even, like, people who do pay for it, you know, I talked to my mom about it, and, like, she was like, yeah, it's frustrating, I don't use it a lot, but I would feel weird not having it. I feel more comfortable having it. Which is kind of the same argument landlines used to have when cell phones were big, but like you still had landlines at home before those are just gone, right? Where it's like, well, like maybe my phone dies. Like, all right, but now that doesn't happen. Or, oh, what if Netflix doesn't have what I want? It's only on TV. It's like, well, all the stuff goes to Netflix or to Hulu or to HBO now, right? Like, it's just, there's just a lot of confusion and a lot of misunderstanding of the whole concept on the cable side of it, to be like, why aren't people still buying? Why are we losing customers? Like, there's a lot of that, you know? And it's one of those things which is like, when they're looking down from the point of, we've been on top for so long, or they're yo, guys! The poll's wrong! Mankey didn't shine! Joao, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that. Guys, shiny Charmander. Shiny Charmander, guys. Let's go find this Charmander. Let's go catch this. Shiny hype. Shiny hype, guys. Alright, let's see if we can catch this. Yo! This is gonna be risky. This is risky. It's a dark orange circle. I'm nervous. Oh man. Just gotta navigate these menus as fast as we can. I don't want to be giving up any time. I don't want to be giving up any time. Whoo! Whoo! Alright, let's see if we can catch this. I gotta catch it. Oh, this is our last attempt. This is our last attempt. It started an animation. No. This is our last shot. I don't know if you guys saw it. It started the animation that still had the circle. Oh, no! Rip. Charmander ran away. Yeah, so I didn't throw a berry on that last one because it was literally a frame or two away from running when that Pokeball hit it. So that was, yeah, so that was our best shot. If we had used the berry, it would have run before I could have thrown. Oh, man, rip, fail. That indeed was a fail. Oh well. We found 2 Growliths today. I'm gonna go ahead and save on this side. Alright. And then just gonna go ahead and lock that system, switch over to do a couple Terrakion encounters here. I don't know how many we're gonna do. There's only about a minute left in the normal schedule for the stream. Also, I already hit that button. Also, Peter became a member a while ago, just in case the name wasn't big enough to show you. So I like Raikou. Raikou's pretty cool, yeah. I know Cinder definitely likes it. Oh, that's cool. Everyone in chat can say they were live while Paul McCartney was live. True. Sir Paul McCartney. True. So like Oshawott? Sure. Use Great Balls? No. Only Pokeballs. Always Pokeballs. You've been here long enough, Shy. You know the drill. Oh, Joel, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. You showed up at a very interesting time where we had the shiny on screen and then we failed it. That is what happens. It's all good. We'll have to go for a Charmander again. That'll be 1 second, I'm trying to... There we go. Cinder does like Raikou indeed. But yeah. Yeah, we'll have to go for the Charmander again. We'll come back for it at some point. We'll get revenge for that. We gotta get another Charmander anyways. And that can be one of the hunts we have lined up and planned. Because once we find Charmander, we'll have that line done. We've got a Charmeleon. We have the Charizard, obviously. That's what we ride on usually. But yeah, so you know what? 2 for 3. I'm cool with that. Also, I'm going to end the poll because we're no longer going for Mankey today just because we don't have a catch combo and I'm not going to stream long enough to build a new one up. Next Let's Go stream will probably be a lunch stream. I'll figure out what to do on the Switch tomorrow. No, we'll be doing Jirachi tomorrow, so we're all good. So yeah, next Switch stream will just be building a catch combo on Mankey or something. Got 2 shiny Amoonguses today, hunting for Rayquaza. Congrats on the Amoonguses, that's awesome. And best of luck on Rayquaza. Very much so, best of luck on that. Got 2 shiny, yeah, I read that one. Small name, very small. Want to do a shiny Living Dex for Kanto? Anything only huntable with Masuda. You're going to do an Oras as Gen 7 Masuda. Not a fan. Not a fan? I guess you aren't a fan. Yeah, you have some personal beef with it, or it has some personal beef with you for some reason. Dynamax Adventure stream when? I'll need to plan one in advance. It'll probably be a weekend stream. I'll try for one this weekend. I can't quite promise, basically I just won't quite promise, if we're being real. Mostly because I don't know if I can hold myself to a schedule, but yeah, so Dynamax Adventure streams I want to plan out in advance enough so that, like, if people are interested in participating, they can, like, know that the stream's happening that way. Just because Dynamax Adventures is so much more fun with, like, with you guys and as viewers in the stream. I want to do it at a time that is most likely going to work for everyone, so maybe like a early Saturday stream, depending on my schedule this upcoming weekend. I haven't been doing weekend streams because I've been out racing, but like I mentioned, racing in general seems to be better done at night at this place just because everything's warmer. So my mornings will probably be a bit more free. So maybe like late morning, early afternoon, my time on like Saturday possibly. We'll see. I'll post some, if I decide to do it, I'll decide like tonight, and I'll go ahead and get the stream posted. I just want to make sure. I got nothing else planned, because I want to make sure that one's scheduled far enough in advance so people can go, oh, Ian's doing Dynamax stuff. I'm going to be here for that. Just because I feel like it's important for that not to be sprung on people. What is better, IRL otters or IRL owls? Oh, that's actually a tough one. Both are great. You like otters? Otters are cool. Otters and owls are both really cool. Why are all the Ralses neutral natures? They're all just super chill, man. They're all just super chill. Alright, we're gonna go to 975 here. We won't quite hit 1,000, but I am getting a little bit hungry, and I feel like I should be wrapping up the stream here soon so I can get a little bit more packing done. Because it's getting to the point where I'm starting to really take stuff down, even the stuff that, like, you know. I basically avoided taking anything down that's, like, visible all day, so it doesn't feel like I'm living in this place that I'm moving out of soon, but it's getting to the point that stuff needs to be in boxes as well. So I'm going to get working on that probably tonight as well. The stuff right here, basically the one bookshelf you see books on and those posters are probably going to be left until like next Wednesday and then get taken down, just because like you guys see those on occasion. And I want the stream background to be as like consistent as possible, but everything else around it is going to start getting broken down. So yeah, so that's also something worth noting. I think my plan is going to be that I stream until I'm going to stream like usual through Wednesday of next week, which will be the 15th. So Wednesday the 15th, will be a normal Jirachi stream, a normal Wednesday stream. Also, thank you to everyone who got the stream to 15 likes. I appreciate that. That's our usual like goal for the day. So I'm really, really glad we were able to hit it. But yeah, so we're going to try to stream until then. Normally, everything around will kind of slowly be getting packed away and everything like that. But it'll be nothing that you really notice here on stream. Basically, that leaves me Thursday to tear down the rest of the stream stuff that is, you know, still out, you know, because I'll have, like, my GameCubes out, and controllers and things like that will be out, and, like, lights and things, but after that, everything's coming down. I'm gonna start taking my monitors down and stuff, because Friday and Saturday are days that I am spending. Basically, I won't know for sure, so I'm cutting it really close on moving, is what's happening, which is why everything's really gotta get packed up. My ideal situation was gonna be to, like, already be paying rent at a place, like, now. So I had, like, I could just, like, tonight take a couple boxes up, and then, like, tomorrow take a couple boxes up, or, like, this weekend move stuff up, right? And, like, just eventually have everything out by the day I move out. But the circumstances just lined up where, like, the previous tenant's moving out way closer to my date, and so I have, like, basically, I won't get the keys until at least the 16th, maybe the 17th, and I have to be out of here on the 18th. So, yeah. Yeah, so, like, I have a very short moving window is basically the situation. So, like, I have to have everything packed as much as I can by, like, the 16th, so I can just start moving boxes as quickly as possible. Still no Zygarde phases, rip. Moving when? Yeah, so I guess I kind of said it, but yeah, I am moving late next week. Weird to say, but late next week. Yeah, so next Thursday is the beginning of me moving boxes. A week from today, the current tenants are moving out. The landlord wants, like, some time to patch anything up, paint any holes, stuff, basic stuff that I totally understand. And then it's me slamming all my stuff in there as fast as I can, because I have to be out of here quickly enough that, like, I can complete all the moving out checklist stuff by Saturday. That's a story for another day. You'll have to tell it another day for sure. We got one more encounter, guys. We got one more encounter for the day, and then I'm gonna see if I can find anyone to raid real quick. Let's see. If I can spell shiny hunt right. I always mess that up. Alright. Alright, guys. One more encounter here. What's the landlord? The person who I pay rent to, and they provide me a place to live. Raid you. I didn't see anyone looking. They were raiding the Snorlax Whisperer. Sorry, guys. Final encounter of the night right here. Let's see what we got. We do not got a shiny. So thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Thank you to anyone that liked, anyone that subscribed. I really appreciate it. And just thank you to everyone in chat, because, you know, you guys always make the streams fun. Thank you for entertaining my questions tonight. We'll be back on tomorrow with Jirachi hunting. Thursday with some Let's Go hunting, as well as probably continuing this dual hunt. So hope to see you guys there. And until next time, you guys, take care.